Hey guys, welcome back to the threshing floor. My name is Angela, and I am today working a little bit on clearing out our school shelf area, our school area. We homeschool, and but we're in the midst of a major pack and move and sell our house and move out of Suburbia, move out into the country, and start up a little farm or a little homestead, whatever you want to call it these days. So our school year just started, and thankfully we will be doing just some kind of simple stuff. And the way that I've got our schoolwork organized, I can get rid of all of the extra fluff for the time being while we are transitioning to the new house and everything. And it will be all right. Like, it's fairly simple. So this is the area I'm going to be working on. Just a moment. This monstrosity of an area. It is in dire need of attention. I've already packed some things, which is why all of this area is so ew. But these are their school shelves. This is Juliet's school shelf. This is Finley's school shelf. And I'd keep the teaching materials on the deeper drawers for each one. And then each one of these is like Bible and or actually this top one's just kind of like pencils and things. And then the second purple one is Bible curriculum. And then reading for hers. Theirs is a little bit different, but like reading in English and spelling, cursive, math, science, and then down at the bottom is just like art and miscellaneous things where it's got like coloring books and activity books. But I keep it fairly simple to where whenever I start a school day, then hold on, that was way too close. So whenever we start a school day, I can just come over here and I go, okay, today we're going to be doing reading. So I pull out our next reading assignment, and I always have it fairly prepped and ready. And then, if we're doing English, we pull out this worksheet. And then spelling, you pull out the next worksheet. And then it all goes onto a clipboard that I then hand them. And it's very simple and straightforward. Like today, this is Juliet's cursive, which she's already sort of started before lunch. And then there's her spelling for the day. And then there's her English for the day. And then right now, normally we do math UC, but right now they needed a little bit of extra help with some multiplication facts. So I got this. They each have a small little workbook that's fairly fun. And so this is what Juliet does, and she just goes to the next day that needs doing and works on that. And then that's their paperwork. And then we also do, depending on the day, we'll do things like we have a co-op PE, and we have, they do art fairly regularly, sometimes just free form, drawing or painting or something like that. And sometimes they watch a video on YouTube and they draw along with that and then color it in. Sometimes they do piano. We also are working on learning sign language, and sometimes they use Rosetta Stone for like foreign languages and stuff, but that's not super consistent yet. And then we do a lot of read alouds, which is where they get like history and geography and things like that. Though we do have curriculums for those, but those are more when Dad's home and he does those with them. So we do less formal lessons for those regularly. And I'm trying to get us more into more read alouds, which is really fun. So anyways, I'm going to be working on this area today. My goal is to get this shelf at least organized, if not like packed. And then this bottom shelf is kind of like all their art and fun stuff. And I'd like to get that done by the end of the day. I'm not entirely sure it will happen, though, because we've got some friends who live out of town, and they are in town today. And so we're going to be doing, the wife is going to come over and hang out with me until our husbands are done. They work together for the day, and then we're all going to do dinner together. So we'll have to see how much I can get done. If I get anything done while she's here, while we're just sitting and talking and the kids are playing and stuff. So we'll see how all of that works out. So yeah, that's just a little glimpse of our current homeschool setup and what I'm going to be doing to clean and tidy. And I think I'm also going to tackle these boards, like pull off the command strips. That's an old calendar that really needs to be gotten rid of. And then, take down 2 Thanksgivings ago our little thankful banner and clean up the boards and stuff like that, because we're trying to get it all cleaned up and tidy so that we can do pictures and get this house listed to sell. So I will check back with y'all later and show you what I've gotten done, although it may end up being tomorrow. We'll have to see. Hey, show me what you were telling me. What were you telling me about?
I'm doing shadings, and I even did a little sun in the back, and this is Ruby Monster is her, and they 2 are married. He's all the time funny. She's usually like me, and her name, Quoting Wooten, is Gertrude.
What's Wooten from?
Odyssey.
Odyssey. Adventures in Odyssey. We like Adventures in Odyssey, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They're very fun. Good job. Those are really good drawings. I like those.
And they're fully in the lines.
I do see. Very nice. Good job.
They're really good.
Hey guys. So right now Finley's taking a little break. He's playing outside with the dog. And she's finishing up her spelling before she can go and play with them. And I had the thought of all of the stuff that's in the school shelf over there. I don't know if it's going to fit quite right into the really big cardboard box that I got. And so I came over here and I remembered that I had a plastic tote that had some books I'd been given by a friend that I needed to go through and see if they were ones we wanted to keep or if we wanted to sell. They've been sitting there for a long time in a closet because they gave them to us and we just stuck them in a box and I put them out of the way and I completely forgot they existed. So I had the thought of I'm going to now go through those and see what we want to keep since we're working on doing a garage sale, and then I can use that plastic tote for the school shelf stuff. So here are various books that our friend gave us. She was a homeschooling mama to many, and this one has a really cool, this is a really cool book, but it's The Gladiators, and so it's got this really cool way of doing the pages, and I thought I'd share that. And it's a little coliseum you can see on the side. Anyways, it's pretty neat looking. So we got that and some different activity books, how the U.S. government works, and window on the world. So anyway, so they're just some different resources that I haven't really taken the time to go through coding. She had a good mixture of boys and girls, and so different interests are going to be represented here, which I think is really cool. So engineering, Matt's grandfather was an engineer, and so that's always fun to kind of relate back. Exploring creation, which is a good chemistry and physics curriculum. Anyways, and then we got like the story of the world, which I know is a fairly popular Christian homeschooling curriculum. I haven't looked into it a whole lot. So I've heard some mixed things. I think it was the story of the world and then the history of the world. I kind of get them confused in my head, but I'd heard some different things about one of them had kind of frequent complaints of being inaccurate with some of its facts, but I don't know how accurate that is. So if you use the history of the world or the story of whichever one it is, whichever the one is that I just showed that. Anyways, if you would comment below and let me know how you like that curriculum, and if you found there to be any kind of, like, it wasn't typo stuff I was reading reviews on, they were saying actual facts were wrong or out of place or misquoted or something weird, but I never actually looked into it myself. So if you have experience with that, let me know what you guys think of that. So anyways, hi buddy, what you need?
Just looking at this.
Oh, you're just interested in looking at,
It reminded me of Superbook, and but mostly it's like the South Crosses.
I see that. So anytime there are books, you will find a homeschool kid coming to look at them because they get excited, which I absolutely love. So that cute little Peter Rabbit, we love Peter Rabbit. So, Library Mouse, A Friend's Tale. So any of these that are in really good condition, which it looks like all of these are, that don't work for me, before I would drop them in the garage sale, I would actually probably take them over to a friend of mine's who has a private homeschool, like in-home private library, and see if she wanted any of those before I put them.
We have both of those books she said.
Oh, we do have both of those books in that book. That's kind of funny, huh? So, anyways, so I'm going to go through these and see what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of, and then use this tote for the school shelf that's over there, the big cabinet. Hey guys, so it is now the next morning. It's Tuesday morning. That's what I thought was going to happen. I got a lot of good stuff done yesterday afternoon, but then friends got here and we went to dinner and everything, and so it all just kind of ground to a halt. But I did a pretty good job, so I'm going to show you the progress real quick. So, hi kiddos. They're doing school.
Hi.
So, I got all of these. I got these two school shelves pulled out, cleaned off, cleaned underneath, because there was stacks of papers and dog fur. And I got up here, I got it all cleared out, got the command strips down. Now this is ready for Matt to, these are screwed into the wall, so these are gonna wait until Matt is available to pull them down. And then this may not look a whole lot cleaner at first glance, but it is. So I got all of this corner cleaned out and swept, and it was pretty gross. But got that put out into the garage, got this top shelf cleared and put into a box. And then this is my painting supplies, and I haven't decided how I'm going to pack those yet because some of them are more delicate. And then here are just bags of like canvases, and in here are some of the kids' crafting supplies, and they were down on the floor, and so I just moved them up there for right now. And then my next job today is to clear all of this out and put it into that box. And then I'm going to get Matt to get that stuff off the top, and then once I figure out how I'm going to pack my painting supplies, then that will be ready to go into storage. That whole cabinet will be ready to go into storage. Going to do that. This area over here is still kind of messy, and it doesn't look as clean as it actually is. Hold on just a minute. So this area over here is actually much more organized than it looks. These three containers have special keepsakes. I can't talk today. Keepsake type things, like kids' baby clothes and my wedding dress and things that I've been keeping in the hallway closet because I wanted to keep them in a temperature controlled environment as opposed to out in our garage where they can get hot and humid or too cold and things like that, and I didn't want them getting damaged. So right now they're here because getting a storage unit and moving a lot of these things out, because those bookshelves are also ready to be moved out, but there's not enough room in the garage. So that's my goal, but I didn't want to move those three specific containers out there until I was going to be putting them into a temperature controlled environment, just to be on the safe side. So that's where we are right now, and I'm hoping before I post this video to get a clip of one more little stretch of like that school area being done. That's my goal. So you guys will probably not see this for another day or two. Sorry. But at least it's, and for me, I want to share a completed, even if it's a small section, a completed step of the process instead of just little bits at a time. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully the next thing you see is that school shelf ready to be put in storage. Hey guys, so I did get all of it done. It looks fantastic. Just a minute. I got all of it except for the art stuff, which I still don't quite know what to do, but I did consolidate painting stuff, but I got all the rest of it taken care of. And look, da, 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 da. That is not all into a box that's over there waiting to be put in there in the garage. But look what else I did. I got all the Christmas stuff done. So it's all back in its box, ready to be put into the garage. It looks so sad and barren now. So there's that area and that area, looking a lot more threadbare. So I was able to get that much done today, and then played a game of apples to apples with my friend and her daughter, and so we are getting closer and closer to being ready to put this on the market. And I have some mixed emotions about it. So now, waiting on Matt to get home, and I'm working on dinner, which is going to be, I've got ham going and tortillas warming, and I'm going to make scrambled egg tacos with ham and cheese and salsa. And then I'm going to do a couple extra tortillas and put some butter and some raw honey in it, and that'll kind of go with it as the sweet part, because we like sweet stuff. So anyways, thanks for checking in and seeing some of the progress from yesterday and today. Maybe this will help motivate you to clean and declutter a little bit. I don't know. It took me having to move to do some of that. Anyways, thanks for joining me on the threshing floor, and I'll see you next time.